So last time we did a tutorial on delegates, and this time we're going to use blocks instead of delegates. So you can see we set up our delegate in the view controller and set up this class here with the protocol and then the delegate here. But we're going to change it up, so we're going to use blocks. Some advantages to blocks. You don't really need to set all of this up, for one. Two, you're going to be able to do it inline right here without calling this and then returning it in its own function. We're going to do it all within this one area right here, which is nice sometimes. So let's get this set up. So I'm going to go back to my class data. This is an NS object. And we're going to go make a method here. And we'll do void. We'll call this get string. Let's do from block so you can see that. Okay, and we're going to make this a void and add the caret for the block. And then we're going to add the variable, which will be a string. And we'll just call it, let's just call it str for right now. And then we also need something to return with. So we'll just call it block so you can see how this works. Okay, so then you're going to take this function from the header file and we're going to put it into the main file. Okay, and then we'll just create another string. We'll call it buff. Okay, we'll have a new string. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to call block, and then we're just going to throw in the variable of buff. So what we did was we created the method that we're going to call in the header file. Then we added it to the main file, and we set up the block, set up the string, and return the string via the block. Now you can do calculations in here before, and most of the time you'll see, especially with like dismissing view controllers, you know, there's completion blocks, things like that, and you can add changes to a bool, and then change this to completion, and on completion you just return a bool if it's completed or not. You know, that's basically how they do it. So we're going to return this string. So we're going to go back to our view controller. And in viewDidLoad, we'll remove the delegate functions. We just have data. So then we're going to have data, get string from block, and we're going to use caret, and then we'll name our variable. Let's just call this buff, and then put the semicolons in, or the brackets. Yeah, wow. All right, and then we just do the nslog of buff, and that's it. Pretty easy. And then we're going to run it. And you can see let the world live comes back. So just to recap, really simple. Created the new block function in the header file. Created it here in the main file. We wanted to return a string right here from this block. And this block buffed it out. Came back to the view controller and set up the block right here. All right, thanks guys.